Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. The reason it took me a second to come onto the live is because one of the articles I wanted to show you today wants me to become a member to read it on the computer. So I think on that one, I'll just have to read it on the phone, which is really frustrating. But anyways, hello, you guys. How are you all? Let me see. Okay, sorry. I wanted to be on camera, but then I had somebody walking through here, so it took me a second. But hey, Adrian. Hey, West Virginia Jules, Pointer Lover, Mayla's mom, Lil Red. Hey, KK. Hey, Rexy. Good to see you. Hey, Cutie Pie. Deb and PA. Hey, Tony. Hey, Tess. Let's see. Western Skies. Good to see you. Hey, Lisa. Cosmic Lotus. Hey, Natasha. Hey, KPM. Hey, Tam. Sorry I was late, you guys. Hey, Robin. Hey, Rachel's rocking. Amelia, good to see you. Let's see. Hey, Gretchen. Hey, Show Me. Shani. Anybody I've missed? Anybody coming in? Hey, Vicky. Does anybody want a free 7-year-old determined to make himself toothless before his teeth naturally fall out? I've got one, so I don't need one. Hey, Jennifer. Happy holidays, babe. Hey, Melanie. Alibi, good to see you. Thank you, Adrian. I got this new sweater for Christmas. It's like an oversized, it's like really big. See? It's like, but it's so cozy and comfy. So I'm living my best life in this comfy sweater today. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about. I've been on TikTok and I've got so many TikToks for us to watch of family members and just all kinds of stuff. But first, I found 2 articles that I wanted us to look at. One of them is not pulling up, so I'm going to have to read that off the phone, which I do have right here. And it actually is pulling up on the phone. So the families have spoken up. There's, a lot of families speaking. And this article is called Savanah, Soto, and Mathew Guerra died together, but their families are divided. So I'll just read this one off the phone, and maybe I can link it for you guys in the chat. Hey, Jessie Lynn. No plans. Probably won't even make it to midnight. Hey, my 3 rosebuds. Good to see you. Hey, Marina girl. Hey, Jessie. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pull up this article. I had 3 articles, several TikTok videos, some Twitter posts, just all kinds of things. I like to just gather as much as I can. KPM, Allie, was there domestic abuse from the boyfriend, or did I hear that wrong? There was. So last Christmas, he was actually charged with that, and he also got in trouble afterwards because, they're not supposed to have contact for having contact with her. Hey, MK, if I didn't say hi to you. Hey, KN. So, yeah, I don't think that it's related to what happened, but that is just a fact of the situation. So we'll look at this article first. So this is from KENS 5. This is their local news. Who killed Savanah, her unborn baby, and Mathew Guerra? Both families speak out about the case. So let's read through this, and then we'll get into some of the videos and stuff. Mathew Guerra's father has spoken out for the first time since his son and his pregnant girlfriend, Savanah, were found dead. He says, we're just all crushed trying to pick up the pieces and go from here, which we watched part of an interview with him and mom. San Antonio police discovered the couple inside of their vehicle Tuesday afternoon at an apartment complex parking lot in the medical center. They both had a gunshot wound. Savanah Soto's family said they were both shot in the back of their ears. Now, remember, we saw last time on my live, I saw that Ikidmail had put that in a title, but I hadn't found the source of that they were shot in the back of their ear. Hey, West Virginia Holla Girl. Hey, Tiff. Good to see you. Slick Nikki. Okay. Sorry about that. How did it take 4 days to find them only a few miles from home? Well, one of the TikToks I'm going to show you is a cousin who speaks just about that. So that we'll get into some of that. No, it's very interesting. I know, Megan. How sad, a sad way to spend Christmas and the New Year. Both families are not yet sure what exactly led up to their deaths or who killed them. Savanah was a week past her due date and was set to be induced at a hospital Saturday night to give birth to her baby boy, Fabian. I hope they pay for whatever they did to my daughter, said Gloria Cordova. That's Savanah's mom. Cordova said she had a bad feeling all along something terrible had happened to her daughter and her unborn baby. She's been heartbroken ever since she found out they were killed. It's not something that a mom ever wants to hear. I don't want to accept it. She said police told them Savanah was in the front seat of the car with the car seat on top of her, and Mathew was in the back. Why was she in the front and he was in the back? She asked. Obviously, that says someone else was there. So this is mom who's they're quoting saying this. And I agree. I think that we kind of talked about this with Jen. It makes you think that there likely was another person in the car, and that is why one of them were in the back. Hey, Cray Cray. Slick Nikki, the amount of women killed while pregnant is high. So sad. That is true. And yeah, it's, the risk of something happening to you goes up quite a lot when you're pregnant. So Cordova suspects Mathew was involved with illegal activity. Mathew's father said he knew his son had a criminal history, which includes unlawful carry of a weapon, evading police, and an assault charge causing bodily injury. He didn't hang out around the best crowd, Guerra said. He confirmed the assault charge involved Savanah last Christmas. However, he said the two have been in a good place since they've been living together in the Leon Valley. They were inseparable. Was it a perfect relationship? No, but she definitely was not a prisoner there, Guerra said. Her and Mathew were both overjoyed and couldn't wait for the baby's arrival. The interesting thing about that is mom just met Savanah at the baby shower. At least that's what she said. That was the first time that she had met her. So I don't think that, they were around his parents an awful lot, but he believed Mathew was going to change for the better once he became a father. He talked about how it was going to make him better, a better person, Guerra said. Both families are hoping police can make an arrest so they can get justice. They took an innocent girl that was going to be a mommy. They just took her life for nothing, her mother said. So mom is, pointing out that his lifestyle may have not been the best for a baby and stuff to be brought into. Just a dangerous lifestyle. Hey, Danielle, it is so sad. There were at least 3 based on the footage they released. Lisa, what do you mean by that? Okay, so let's go over to this article. I've got really interesting TikToks to show you. A cousin who talks about when they were found. Some of the brothers' labs from Facebook that have been kind of chopped up. Also, there's one that is just complete misinformation that it's before they were found. And I grabbed that as like an example. I think that we should have a discussion based around that as well. But first, let's see. Savanah Soto and Mathew Guerra, what we know about the case. This was updated last night. And them releasing the doves for Savanah and the baby. That was really sweet. So it says the holiday season brought confusion and heartbreak for 2 families after a pregnant woman and her boyfriend were found deceased. They were found with gunshot wounds in a locked car this week. Actually, has some footage of the vigil. While we're on this, I'm going to sit still for just a moment and let's look at this article on the phone. I can't show it to you guys, so maybe I'll. Okay. I really think they could have been great parents. Kids change you. That is so true. That is so, so true. Let me tell you what, I was a wild child too as a teenager, So let's see. Their families are divided. Their loved ones lay lifeless together in a nearby car. But the 2 heartbreaking families stood on opposite sides of the crime scene. And we'll see a TikTok of some of that too. Hey, Rando. Hey, Carolina. Happy New Year. Have they said anything about the fingerprints on the door? I have not heard anything slick, Nikki. Hey, Crime Sleuthin. Happy New Year. Hey, Harlot. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Now they're trying to charge me on the phone. It was just going to let me read it. It will let you view these like so many times, but it's just frustrating. I'm going to try to pay for it. It's 99 cents just so that we can get it. So give me just a second, you guys. I do apologize. But while you're waiting, you could hit the like button. I already have an account. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, because I'm on my new phone, I don't have all my cards loaded. I'm not even going to be able to do it. So what I'm going to do is copy the link, put it in the chat so you guys can go check it out. If you want this, you will have a couple free views. So you should be able to read the article without paying. I've just been on this website so many times and I don't have any. MK says, I'm not really shocked by this story, maybe because what lifestyle they were in, I don't know. Let's watch this news video just quickly while I try to get this link for you guys. And then we're going to go to the TikToks that I gathered. I wanted to show you. Let's see.
Continue their search for two persons of interest seen in this surveillance video. Police Chief William McManus says this video was taken in the days leading up to the discovery of Savanah Soto and Mathew Guerra's bodies. KENS 5 reporter Megan Reyna has been following this story for us from the start. She joins us live now with what she's uncovered. Megan.
Well, unfortunately, we're not getting much information from police today. We've reached out several times. They say they have no new details on this investigation. But earlier, I reached out to Mathew Guerra's father, spoke with him. He says just yesterday, a detective on this case told him that they did not find a gun or phones inside the vehicle where Mathew and Savanah Soto were discovered. But if you recall, yesterday, the police chief, William McManus, said during the press conference he didn't rule out murder-suicide. But late last night, the medical examiner did confirm that Mathew's death was a homicide. We want to again show you that.
Okay, so the medical examiner, which I think we all had came to that conclusion by now, but there was a lot of people very worried that Mathew was part of what happened to Savanah. So I like to hear that the medical examiner has confirmed that he was killed by homicide. Mathew must have been accepted by all 7 of Savanah's brothers. Why didn't Mathew's family like Savanah? I don't know, but there's a lot of drama going on between them, fighting at the crime scene, everything. It's just horrific. And I think, if you've not been in the situation, you really can't judge any of these families for their reaction to this. It's just horrible news. I cannot imagine.
Surveillance video that was released by police yesterday. Now it shows a driver in a truck approaching the same Kia Optima where police found Savanah Soto and Mathew Guerra shot to death. Now this video is near the same spot where they were discovered at an apartment complex in the Med Center.
Hey Bushit. Hey, let's see. Bushit. Oh man, I just seen like 3 new people that I hadn't said hello to yet. Princess Megan Elsa. Hello, Bendy. Good to see you. Hey, Pamela. I do not know Pamela. Now, I don't know if that's out there yet. Okay, Jen says, I can see why people wondered that. And the only one who can determine that is the ME. And now the ME has confirmed. Exactly. Hey, Jen, if you want to come up and give your thoughts on any of this, let me know, especially once I get through. I've got like some pretty interesting TikToks I found I wanted to show you. Hey, Queen of Hearts. Hey, Juju Bones. Good to see you guys. Okay. If I were judged on my 15-year-old self, yikes. My bad boyfriends turned into amazing men whom I still talk to along with their wives. I know. You're right. You're right, Rando. You really are. Hey, Meg. So I think it's so interesting the way that people are, pointing out people that they think these people in the video might be. I'm curious how you guys feel about that because I think it could be quite damaging. It reminds me of like Kylie Rodney or Idaho. A lot of people could be blamed when they have nothing to do with this. I want to be really careful of that. I've been looking myself. I'm not going to put it out here, but I want to know how you guys feel about that.
You can also see a second person of interest get out of the Kia, followed by the driver of the truck who had something in his hand. Now, yesterday when this video came out, I was able to speak with Savanah Soto's grandmother, who is just hoping that this can lead to justice for this family.
And I hope they get what they get, because my granddaughter did not deserve to go that way. She was too precious. Life was too precious for her.
And right behind me, we're at the park where the memorial is set up for Savanah Soto. And there's actually still family out here right now as they just process this tragedy. And we know, speaking to Mathew's father earlier, that they are starting to plan his funeral. They started planning it today, and they're hoping to plan a vigil as well. If you would like to help both of these families, we have GoFundMes on our website, kins5.com. Reporting live from the north side, Megan Reyna, Kins 5.
And we have shared those GoFundMes here. I don't have the links like on me currently, but I will say if anybody wants the link, I will happily go find it for you guys. So let me know if you do. Okay, so now let me grab these couple of videos I want us to look at. So we're going to start. Just a second. Johnny says, do any of you think drugs and revenge count?
So a lot of people have really been like doing theories and stuff about Savanah. So basically today around.
Okay, so this is an alleged family member, and we're going to listen. But first, I want to say, Johnny, I mean, it's definitely possible. It's a dangerous lifestyle for sure. You know, that's just the truth. Drunk Iraq used the stacks of cash they had. That definitely could also make them targets for sure. You know, you see somebody on social media with tons of money and gold and all the things. I'll be real. Thank you for being a member for 9 months, and I hope you have a great and happy, safe new year as well. Let me just check the comments for a second. On time, only time will tell before someone gets caught. Yes, Bushit, I wanted to talk to you about that. That is not the person who has been taking our videos. If you would email me, though, because I don't want to get us too thrown off. But yes, she has always like had permission to use the things that we've put out. And she's really helped a lot with like crediting us and when our channels went down, trying to help us and stuff like that. But if you could send me an email, then we can talk about it. But that is not the person who we were talking about that we, you know, with the reuse content and potentially having to strike. Okay, let's continue. So I want you guys to hear this. I thought this was pretty interesting.
Around 3 or 4, my mother-in-law had left, and she.
Okay, we're going to rewind it. Now, remember, it's alleged unless, and I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it for the new people, unless we hear the information straight from authorities or court record, medical examiner, I don't put a lot of weight into it, and I don't think you should either. Now, if it comes from family, confirmed family, that's one thing. You can put a little more weight on it. Local news, they can still be wrong, and oftentimes they do get certain things wrong in the beginning of a case like this. So just remember, keep that in mind. This is for purposes of discussion. We're going to look at a few different videos for the purpose of discussion. One that is thrown all the way off, and some of the scene and different things like that when they found them, the fight that was, you know, them yelling back and forth and that kind of stuff. So the brother, just remember though, if it doesn't come from authorities, court paperwork, it's not necessarily 100% true. I think if we all keep that in mind, then it prevents us from going on and spreading stuff further that may not be true. So, okay.
A lot of people have really been like doing theories and stuff about Savanah. So basically today around 3 or 4, my mother-in-law had left, and she went to go see her friend. And this is her friend that found everything. Her friend said that the car has been there for like 4 days whenever Savanah went missing, and the car was there. And she went to go walk her dog. And today, and all of a sudden, the car smelled really bad, and the dog picked up the smell. And my godmom went to go, I mean, not my godmom, my mother-in-law went to go check it out. She found the car, but the license didn't match up. And that's when me and my girlfriend were like, doesn't make sense. So then
we informed our cousins, and our cousin reported it.
Yeah, they reported. The cops came out. We went back. Her whole family was there. we still didn't know what happened. It was actually
And then-
them, and then they confirmed that it was them. They
And
were
then we found out that the boyfriend was also
the
my
boyfriend.
cousin.
The boyfriend's a part of our family. They were both. They ended up telling us that they were both deceased, and that supposedly the chief had said that they didn't know if she was still pregnant or not. They were both tied up. He was in the front. She was in the back. Supposedly she was holding a car seat. We don't know about that yet.
There's just a lot going on. Then he was also in a gang. We don't
Yeah,
know.
it's probably more than one person, probably more people that killed them, but we're
We don't
not sure.
know.
We'll probably find out by today or tomorrow what happened to them. We'll probably keep it updated about what happened.
Okay, so that was from someone who's alleged family. They claim to be family. I found it interesting just to listen. We hear again that the potential that they could have been tied up. You know, I haven't seen that confirmed anywhere, so I want to make sure to be clear about that. But a different family member said something different, and that's the thing that will happen. That's why I say even the family members can be wrong. You know, that's just the truth. So let me grab the next TikTok because we have a few. Let's see what this one is. Oh, okay. This is at the scene. The one I was talking about, you know, it's very tense. I mean, can you imagine though? I'm not surprised, but okay, we'll go to this one. Savanah and Mathew's family arguing after bodies were found. God, how sad. That's just will rip your heart out. But I also really like to see the scene for myself. I want to see, like, you know, so I enjoy these videos of people who aren't necessarily news or official sources that go out and they film what's going on outside. So, okay.
Everybody's gone, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone, nigga. Got the gun, and he's gone. He got a gun. I'm trying to fucking fight, nigga. Chill the fuck out. Got the fucking gun.
Okay, now, 1 second, just to go back for a second, because Meg's comment made me remember while we're watching the videos, I'm not really listening like I do when I watch by myself before the live. I forgot she mentioned that the plates didn't match because it's hard for me to fully focus on you guys in chat. But I had watched all of these previously, obviously. That is another little interesting tidbit, which may or may not be true. But Jordan has a comment that says, I just feel families shouldn't go live on socials during an investigation. And I could see that. I definitely could. Oh, Bushi, that's sweet. No, and I appreciate you caring about me enough to say something. I really do. And it's just a misunderstanding. But yeah, Meg had said, I can see them switching plates to be able to drive and have everyone look past when they were searching. I mean, that does make sense. Let's see. Yes, the neighbor did claim that they heard yelling. Tess, no, not that I know of. I just think that it's an interesting little tidbit from someone who potentially could know more, but we just have to be so careful. I agree, but when they don't go on social media, they're looked at. That's true. These families truly cannot do anything. If they don't say anything, it's why haven't you spoken? If they do, it's you're speaking too much, you know, and it's just very tough. While remember, they're going through one of the worst moments of their life, things that most of us could never even fathom experiencing. I'm just going to say it. I'm a proud Mexican. We are known to be chismosas. I don't know how to say that. Gossipers. I think that's why we're getting details that are mixed up. Hey. Rando, for a few days. So she was scheduled to be induced, I think, on the 23rd. And they were finally discovered on the 28th. It was the day of my first live on it, because this keeps happening to me. I'll pick a case of a missing person I want to discuss, and like 10 minutes before the first live, they're found. So yeah, no, December 26th. Okay. Is the day they were found. Can we garner anything from her social media? Well, we certainly will take a look. Let's just get through a couple more TikToks. Do you guys want to see that one again of outside of the apartment complex before we go on? Mathew's socials are private, I know, except Telegram. Now that's going to come up in a second because I want to show you a video that came out before they were found. And this is for purpose of true crime discussion. I think it's so important. So just the way that misinformation can spin and rumors. I mean, they were claiming that he was looking at stuff on Telegram, and maybe his phone was. But it's just an example of why we need to be so careful. Oh, Jordan, that's so cute. We're West Virginia girls. Jen says, also, I think in the first days they were missing, the family thought the plates were paper. Then they learned their permanent plates came in, and that could have played a role too. Kay says, did their apartment door have a lot of damage on it? Did someone break in and take them both? So this is the thing. I don't believe there was any sign of forced entry. The apartment was broken into by his dad eventually when they weren't answering, and he said there was a candle in there. And Bushi, no, I don't know the date actually that he did that. Cutie Pie says his dad kicked in the door, but he claims there was a lit candle. So that's an interesting little tidbit of information. Am I right in saying his dad broke their door down to take out what he had in the house? I think to force his way in to see if they were in there. Sarah says, while social media might not be the most reliable, they can contain elements of truth and provide valuable leads. Not to mention, they can provide some context. Must be taken with a grain of salt. Exactly, Sarah. That's exactly how I look at it. It can potentially bring really good information. You just have to look at it through that lens of the possibility of some misinformation along the way. I've heard a lot about his phone missing. Where was her phone? All I know is it wasn't in the car, and I don't think that she had it with her. But honestly, the details are getting like all mixed up in my head. So let's keep watching. Now, I think, okay. Dumb question. Do Hispanics leave candles lit? Not racist. Real question. So I don't know about that. I know that my grandfather came from Spain. His entire family came on a ship. He was the only one born in the U.S. He had like 8 brothers and sisters that came on the ship with his mom and dad. And I don't know anything about that. That was never like a thing with my family. So, I mean, I think that nobody would, right? Because I can't see anybody leaving one on purpose, but. Jennifer says, been following as well. They said they found Mathew without pants possibly cut. Okay, Jennifer, and we heard some rumors about that too. And I don't know. Allie, a candle burns on multiple days. Depends on how cats. I think humans leave candles lit. I know I've accidentally left one lit for a long time and went outside and may have been a hurry to leave. That's true. Her phone was left in the apartment. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get into this next TikTok I want you guys to see. Okay, now this is just an example of where social media goes wrong with these cases, and I just think it's important for us to talk about this too. So just quickly, and then we're going to watch some from his brother. And we'll look at their stuff after.
Screenshots. And they're really all saying one thing. I posted them on our Facebook group for the podcast that we use for discussion stuff.
Hold on. Chicken lady, I left a candle lit once and hubby had a shit fit. Never did again. That's what happened to me. I was actually at my mom's house and I left it burning downstairs filming and went home. This is just a random person on social media who's covering the case, who has a group on it and stuff. But I just want to show as an example of like how we get it wrong. It's important not to do.
But this is the one that freaked me out the most. There's a girl that said that they were in Corpus Christi on Saturday, and that there was a guy who had this bite mark on his face, like with dried blood, and it looked just like Mathew. There's just so much going on with it, and it's giving Gabby Petito vibes. This is Savannah's sister-in-law. She posted this after his mom posted that whole thing. You cannot find it on her Facebook anymore, just saying. But his mom took that post down.
Now, this very well could have been happening. I don't know. I know that they have a history with the charges from last Christmas. And this is a person who shares mom's photo and says, BS, your son beat the F out of my little sister-in-law, put hands on her while she was pregnant. We'd see marks on her all the time, blah, 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 right? Okay. Continue.
About her son missing. And then the brother is out here going live on Facebook, acting like a fool, talking about all kind of people. And then you have the whole thing where Mathew is still actively looking at posts on, what is it, like Telegram or something like that? Because he sells stuff. And it's like he ain't letting an order slip, but nobody can find him. Now, he hasn't really replied to anything from what I can tell, but you can see that he has read it. So if you want to go through and look at all the screenshots.
So people were checking his Telegram. It appeared as if he was reading it. And then that's when the narrative starts spinning that it was him. He's out there. He's, hiding out, but he don't want to miss any sales because, no way. So he's secretly on Telegram, but that's it. So I just think we have to be more careful about some of this. And look here. Me too, because I've definitely made my mistakes covering cases, jumping to conclusions. One of my biggest regrets with true crime is my coverage of the Summer Wells case, only because, I won't even get into that, but that is one of my biggest regrets. So what is Telegram? Telegram is it's an app where you can, privately message people and stuff. And I guess it's less traceable. They can have message boards. So I know little stores that do it that are like THC stores in Virginia. It's legal there, but they don't have the taxes set up yet. So they do gifting and stuff, but they'll have a page with everything they offer, and you can message them, or you can be in groups and that kind of thing. Probably had his stuff posted on there that he had for sale, but I don't know. No, not when she was pregnant. That was the Christmas before. So they got back together. I will say we're going to go to the Facebook page with Savannah's name on it. And I believe it was hers, but there is someone currently posting. Was there a coffin birth? I heard someone say they didn't know she was pregnant anymore. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people wondering about that because they know it's a possibility. Chloe says Telegram is a huge hub for CP trading. Predator catcher channels are exposing. Wow. Hey, Shay. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so let's look at this. This is his brother. Now, he was on Facebook Live.
Savanah Soto case fan
talking about all of this. I just thought we should watch it together. And his name is The Streets on Facebook, I guess, right there, which I do have it because Jen found it. But so if you guys are interested, okay.
Savanah Soto case family member went live.
Then we're going to go over to her
Everyone
Facebook.
is making these assumptions and portraying my family. Me,
Thank you,
my
Rexy.
mother Karen Hernandez and my brother Fabian. Everyone's portraying us
No,
like
Jen.
we have something to do with my brother and my sister-in-law missing. First of all, we do not. We're all worried. There's an open investigation.
How absolutely sad that as a society, we have a young woman and her boyfriend missing. And even if he did it, his family was not responsible. Why? I hate that they were immediately attacked. They're victims of this, and regardless of what Mathew has done in his past, even if Mathew was the perpetrator, his family would still be victims. We have to remember that and not get lost. I know it's emotional, and we see this stuff and we get so mad and we want to talk about it and we want to speak about it. And we want to put our foot down, and, I get it because I feel that way too. But I don't want to damage people like that, especially his family is going through probably the worst thing they've ever experienced ever, you know?
An open missing persons case on Savanah and my brother Mathew. Anybody in my messages asking me questions, making threats, making assumptions, just want to say anything that they feel like saying to me, I'm not going to reply to it anymore. I'm done giving the attention and giving like a reaction to everyone. You know, everyone wants to get a reaction out of us, and it's not going to work. My brother comes from a good family, you know. He was raised by his dad. He came back to us when he was 18 years old. I'm not gonna speak on a lot of shit, but my brother's not perfect. You know, no one's perfect, but at the end of the day,
Jordan,
we
I
do
can't believe
not
you've been here
know
23
where my
months.
brother
Thank you.
is. So anybody on Facebook, you know,
It is, Roberta.
if y'all
Very
know
sad.
something, come forward, bro.
Hey,
Cause
think for yourself.
we're just worried about the safety of Savanah, the baby, and my brother Mathew. I'm tired of everybody coming at my mother, calling her a hoe, a bitch, saying that she's a murderer, an accessory to murder.
I mean, oh my God. Her baby. I mean, I don't understand. One sec, you guys. I don't get why people do this. It makes me really like something inside me really want to stand up for them. And so, think for yourself. I have to say, okay, so I saw the other day that you had a live stream, like it had already happened by the time I saw it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've not seen you in forever. I'm so happy to see you. That's really cool. Hey, T. Adams. This is so sad. Those families are hurting. It is. It is so sad. Absolutely. I hope people think before they speak and not victim blame. This is awful for both families. And Savannah's family just buried her little brother a year ago. There is so much pain. They still have not been to trial. Hey, Heather Powell, think for yourself. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Because I know that they're not going to be the norm. They never are. I'm worried vigilante revenge will start happening too. Oh, absolutely, Rando. I think that's a legitimate fear. Kelly says, I totally respect and agree with the fact that the families are victims as well. Also like the fact you don't run your channel on rumors. Thank you, Kelly. I like to talk about stuff. Well, it's just like that video in the hallway of those kids that's been all over the place. I am not going to play that today. I'm not going to play it at all until we hear more from it. I just want to be careful. I think everybody's seen it, right? And we can discuss the fact that it's out there. And we can look at many different possibilities and options. It's just important to keep it black and white, that when it's speculation, it's speculation. Or like I said, even when we hear it from the family, the local news, if it doesn't come from authorities, we cannot be certain. Kayanne said, it bothered me because Mathew was excluded from the vigil again because they were both victims and it would be nice to see them come together. So I was wondering about that because I know they said they let doves off for Savanah and the baby. And I thought about that as well. Interesting. Drunker OC says, I think the parents need to shoulder some of this blame. They raised them. But how much, you can't control what someone else does. How in the world could a human being shoot an 18-year-old mother and her full-term baby? So evil. Right. No, you're right, Kay, about flashing the money and stuff. This is what it is, because I know I was young, dumb, and intoxicated at one point and on Facebook. And I have a public Facebook that I, for a long time, thought about deleting all of it. And then I thought, no, because it shows where I've came from, where I've been. And, I had some really low lows, but I never used to think about the dumbass shit I would say and put on there. I mean, it is so embarrassing now looking back. Young people just, they don't. Rexy says, I think that hallway video is irrelevant. I do. I think it could be too. That's where I'm at. And I'm like, we're showing all these pictures of people and naming people and not we, but you know what I mean. One sec, you guys. Okay, I'm taking you guys outside with me, so I just was trying to get my stuff together. Think for yourself. I am cautious of looking into it. I don't know if I have time to go down a rabbit hole. Well, it's really interesting the way that it has gotten so much attention. We talk over here about cases at least once a week on true crime news that never get talked about, and oftentimes there is people of color, they just don't get the attention that other cases get either. So, that's what made me think it would be really interesting to see what you think. Thank you, hippie chick. We live and learn, though, Allie. I hope the media starts covering gang violence more. Let's keep listening to this for another minute, and then we're going to go over to the Facebook page because it's interesting. There's a lot over there.
Everyone's thinking that we have something to do with this. We do not have nothing to do with this. I promise y'all. I don't need to lie. I have kids of my own. Like, I just don't like how the internet is making us look like criminals. I don't like that at all. I just hope that Savanah, my brother, and the baby are all okay. I'm thinking the worst right now. My brother, he has a lot of enemies. He has a lot of enemies in San Antonio. But, that doesn't... I don't know. But I'm not going to be replying to nobody's messages that if I don't have you on Facebook, I'm not replying to you. Y'all want to know what y'all want to know, go ask the police. Go ask them. They know everything. And if y'all over here telling me that I'm an accessory to murder, that I'm going to go to prison for life and all this shit, fuck you. Like, I'm going to get ghetto now. Suck my dick. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I will speak to the police.
Okay, so let's go on over to Facebook. Just so you guys know, I don't blame him for being angry. I would be too. And Teacup had a comment that I do agree with. She says, let me see if I can go back to it. I think that the boyfriend was abusive plays into that anger. Her family already had the dislike and distrust. Yes, there has already been video footage released. I'm dealing with a lot. My son just turned 18 and he's wild. Oh, girl. Speaking of all the dumb things I did, they were all on that same account. I only had one, so it's all on there. And so I can understand. And I can feel for the people with kids that age too, because it just feels like yesterday that I was that age. I don't know. I'm 34, but half the time I'm like, my brain still thinks I'm like 24. Okay, so this is interesting. This is Savanah Soto Facebook page. Has 11,000 followers. Now, let's go back before all of this happened. There is a lot on here. So this was her Facebook page, but somebody else is on it now because they are still posting stuff. And that's what we're going to look at, okay? Savanah Soto, 11,000 followers. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab the link for you guys right now, and I'll put it in the chat. Exactly, Melly Lynn. Also, when you come from generational trauma, life can be hard. It is legit all around you. My son thinks he's invincible. I know, they do. Oh, welcome, Vanessa. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so let's just start at the top. She's a beautiful girl. Now, there was a video on her TikTok where she was singing about, like, it sparked even more rumors. It almost looks like this picture was taken from that video, but I could be wrong. Jen Conley says, I have a 16-year-old and I stay worried. I know. I'm with you guys. I have a 15-year-old and he also thinks he's invincible. So this account posted this video. I hadn't actually listened to it. Let's just listen to it for a minute.
And that unborn baby. Now we got the car. Now we got the truck. San Antonio, listen to me very carefully. Take a look at this quick video. I'm going to come back.
Amber?
How many of these trucks exist in San Antonio? Now we know what he drives. Take a look and check this out. Obviously, their lives have already been taken, but I want you to focus on the Chevy Silverado meeting up with the car where both bodies were found in days later. Now I want
Right,
you to
Sheila,
focus
I
on
saw
the
that.
exchange as he gives him something
Kimberly.
to clean up the car with after he's already done the murders. And this is where he drives off the boyfriend's car. And what did you think? Did you think that God was going to let you get away with this? You took his life. You took an 18-year-old girl's life and the unborn child.
So they reposted that video. We're gonna stop there. We'll look at pictures and stuff. I just want to just scroll through and see what we find. Here's another video they shared. You know, the video of the persons of interest. Now let's see this video they shared.
Savanah Soto and Mathew Guerra passed away from a GSW. It's also been confirmed that Savanah was sitting in the passenger side of the front seat and Mathew was in the back. Now
So these are just, I don't know who it is, Rexy. This is Savannah's Facebook page that someone has taken over, and there's posts back that go back years. But these are current posts that have been posted since all of this has happened. So we're not going to watch through all these videos. I just want to kind of get an idea of what they are.
Hasn't been released by police, but people are stating that Savanah had the baby's car seat tossed in her lap and that Mathew's pants were pulled down. Now I'm thinking that Mathew was probably in the driver's seat originally and maybe got dragged to the back. Police also confirmed that an unborn child
Which
is
could be
also
the reason the pants were pulled down, right? We're not going to go too far into that. Okay, so 3 days ago, the account shared these pictures. Oh my goodness. I just can't imagine. This is the day that they thought they were going to the hospital to have their baby. Remember, Savannah's mom was stuck at the hospital just waiting, and no one shows up. Amber says, I'm surprised no arrest yet. Me too. Now, this reminds me of Rachel Morin's case. They put out a video. We have this person of interest, or in Rachel's case, this suspect whose DNA was found on her body. You would think that people would see this video, that people in San Antonio, and this case has blown up. The first day I covered it, it was not like this at all. But you would think that people that live there would see that video and recognize those people, and maybe they have, but it's like with Rachel, no one's, we still don't have a suspect, a name. But it's just so sad. So sad. Beautiful kids, regardless of what they were into. And, we all do dumb shit as kids. I damn sure did. I cannot imagine if my life and every stupid thing I did was blasted all over. I'm telling y'all. It would be worse, probably. Just when I was young, we just do. But look at them, their baby shower. Somebody went all out on this baby shower. Okay, let's see what this video is that they posted.
At the mall, right? A few days later, like 2 days later, after that happened, my baby daddy and his homeboy said that they seen her and him at the nail salon, which was right down the street. So I had went to go see what's up, because I thought my baby daddy and her baby daddy were gonna fight, and if she wanted to fight too, I didn't know she was pregnant though. So then boom, I went to the nail salon, walked in there, not in there, but I opened the door. Boom. I had said what's up, and then I realized she was pregnant. So then I just left it there, left it as that. But whenever I posted what I posted, which was this, I had posted this. And Karma a bitch, my baby daddy done bitch this nigga out, and she shorty didn't want to smoke with me. When I said Karma's a bitch, I wasn't meaning towards her kidnap. I was talking.
Okay, so this must be the girl. I'm surprised that they have posted this on her Facebook page. There's a lot of rumors because there was some people that had not nice things to say about them. But so that must be what that is. We're just going to continue because I don't want to get too far down into those. The only reason we even looked at that is because it's been reposted by her page. That's being ran by probably a family member. I'm not sure, though. That's just an assumption that I've made. Now, this picture has had everybody talking everywhere. The money, the gold teeth, they're kids. They're flexing. To me, it's nothing. But I can see, I guess, how you could become a target if people know you're walking around with money like that. Yes, that's who it is. Positive vibes. Went on about them being kidnapped and wasn't even common knowledge at the time. She since deleted the video. Wow, that's quite interesting. I just don't want to get too far. There's a reason I haven't showed those videos of her and the guy out in the hallway and stuff, because they could have nothing to do with this, and I don't want to direct attention there, you know. So, okay. We don't know if they were kidnapped. You're right. We just don't know yet. What is this?
They have found that girl's body, and knowing that you said all that shit that you said about her and how you were talking about
Okay, we're not going to get into that, but I'm so surprised this is being posted. Searcher explains Savanah was allegedly found unalived in the trunk. Let's listen to this one. Like I said, we're going to play these because they are being posted on her Facebook account. That has been an account that's been active for years. So I do think that it's worth looking at.
Allegedly, he was in the front seat and she was in the trunk. That's what we were told. Another searcher found the car and called the family, alerted the family. We don't know if the baby was still in her belly. I'm presuming she was, but we don't know for sure. She was 3 exits down the highway, about 15 minutes from her apartment, in an apartment complex that we have no idea why she was there. No, the windows were not shut out. I don't know if they were handcuffed.
No, the windows were not shut out. So allegedly, this woman claims to be a searcher. Whoever's running Savanah's Facebook account has reposted this. There were a lot of rumors even that the windows were shut out. She said they were not. You know, take it with a grain of salt, but
Do not believe so. I'm not on the side of anybody. I am a nonprofit search and rescue group that helps all families. So yes, supposedly, allegedly, Savanah was the only one in the trunk and Mathew was in the front driver's seat. I don't know if the cousin's lying or not. I haven't seen any of the video on the cousin. If anybody screen recorded it and would like to send it to me, I'll watch it and see what happens. Someone could have been after him. I didn't see any gunshot shell casings. I didn't see any gun holes in the car. I didn't see the windows blown out.
This woman works with a nonprofit. That's interesting.
We saw them take Mathew out, but when they took him out, he was already covered and everything. Allegedly, he was in the front seat and she was in the trunk. That's what we were told.
The trunk?
Another searcher found the car and called the family, alerted the family.
Like I said,
we don't know if the baby was still in her belly. I'm presuming she was, but we don't know for sure. She was 3 exits down the highway.
Okay, so we're going to leave that there. You guys can get the link. I'm going to give you, this is a family member next of hers. Like I said, I'm going to just give you the link to this Facebook page so you can go and look at everything we didn't look at as deeply yourself if you want to. She said trunk, but yeah, she's got the story all mixed up. Yeah, just remember that, especially when cases that don't get attention, people, the misinformation and the rumors fly. But when one blows up like this, it's going to be bad. And it already is. Look at Idaho 4.
She was a family member. And it's just, it's ugly. It's ugly.
I want to know who's posting these to Savannah's Facebook.
I honestly feel like they got set up. Because nothing's making sense to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The way they left him in the back seat. They left him in the back seat, laid out with his pants off.
Yes, they did.
It was gruesome. They just said it was gruesome. He was not in the front seat. He was in the back seat. My cousin's very, very, very tall. Savanah was in the front
so she's a cousin to him.
Passenger seat, and she had the car seat on top of her. My cousin was in the back seat, laid out with his pants off. They said that he basically was tortured. They didn't really want to get into details because they haven't moved the body. They're waiting for the medical examiners to get there so that they can start moving the bodies, seeing what was going on and all that stuff.
With all the rumors and stuff, we watched this the other day. It just makes it so hard. I hate that so much. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But I also think that I could see why the family would repost videos about it too. They want to keep it, the momentum, like they want justice.
They were both together whenever they passed. We have no details. They don't want to give us no details. They did let us know that there was shell casings in the car. And that
So this is a cousin. Remember, family members can get things wrong. They might have a closer source of information, but we just heard the opposite, in the video prior to this.
Cousin's injuries were very gruesome. This is a very, very hard pill to swallow.
I did see this right now that I think about it.
Just seeing the pain in my aunt's eyes. Even seeing the pain of Savanah's family just hurt me so much.
Is it buffering? Both the families need to let the law and courts do their job. Yeah, because, it could, I don't know. Actually, let me just stop. Can't imagine being in these shoes, so I'll just leave it at that.
And honestly, I just hope that all of us could just come and all come together, because at the end of the day, we both lost family members.
Yes, they need to lean on each other instead of arguing.
She was a family member. And down because...
So I don't know. I just think, doing this with you guys, it shows us how easy it would be for just your regular person who's just on social media kind of digging into this stuff to get so mixed up. I don't know what that is. Let's see this.
It's a investigation. So we don't know how it's going to pan out. It's a very, 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 very perplexing crime scene. So we're just going to have to wait to see.
Right, Jen, me either.
Once we get further into the investigation, we'll know a lot more. But that's what we have right now, and that's what I'm going to mention to the media. Okay. Any questions from anybody?
That's the only update. This is his mother right here. That's the only update. Mom? Yes, this is mom of Mathew. I'm not sure where Savanah's mom is. Okay.
So that's the cousin we just heard talking. That's her talking to the chief of police and with Matthew's mom. So this is what I mean by, when family speaks out, you can give it a little more weight, but however, they can still get things wrong. And also we just need to give them all a break right now, and not judge how they're reacting. And just talk about the information, talk about the case, talk about the persons of interest that are still wanted. I think her family is feeling like they don't have faith in Ellie because of the death of Savanah's brother. And now her and the accused in the brother's trial hasn't gone to trial yet. Well, I couldn't blame them, And about how many GoFundMes, I don't know. I know that there was the 2. I don't know. I think that there's some fake ones going around.
So that's what we're looking at right now. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, there we go. The chief, everybody wanted to know because they kept asking him, what would you say to the families? People were deeply dissatisfied with his response. And there we have footage of him telling Matthew's mom he's sorry for her loss. Hey, April. I don't know who that is, Mystic. I don't think I've heard that. Wonder who is running this page. We have Savanah, the baby. This was on October 25th. I love the way that like ultrasounds these days, you can see so much. There's her and, you know, something in memory of her brother. Let's keep going to see what else we can find. I have a couple videos of her. You guys. Hey, Meta Mom, good to see you. I'm sure there's music that goes along with these. 18 weeks. Oh my goodness. 18 weeks and 5 days. My baby gotten so big. My God, you guys. It's not fair at all. Not fair at all. It's very sad. Oh gosh, what did I do? No. Oh, I went to a different window. Sorry. That's the video that caused a lot of confusion. They posted when they were found deceased. So her last post on this Facebook, and I looked at this last night, until whoever took over and started posting about her case, her very last post, June 14th, you will be financially stable soon. Claim it. A potato of luck on June 14th. And then before that, it was a year or two. But, you know, she was using it. So I don't know. I want to know who's doing this on Facebook. Because, yeah, just find it interesting what videos they're sharing and that kind of stuff under her account. Let's look at her Instagram really quick. Then I'm going to let you guys go. So it's Savanah Soto. It says mom to be. If you guys want to donate, please donate to my insane on Cash App. It's my mother-in-law's Gloria Cordova. Anything for Vanna and baby Fabian to be laid to rest. So someone is on her Instagram as well, and they've shared the video with the suspects, or the person of interest rather, not suspect. And then we have these photos of her, and these were actually just shared as well 2 days ago. So she did not post these. 3 days ago. Oh my goodness gracious. I remember doing that when Bentley was in my tummy, filming him kicking and stuff. God, it just hurts my heart. Okay, before I let you guys go, we need to do a quick Twitter search to see if anything has happened since we've been on live. Sometimes that will happen. Like I said, I'll be about to go live and there will be a huge update or change in a case. Savanah. And also, maybe I should drop the link and see if anybody wants to come up for a minute and give their thoughts, Jen or anybody. Oops. Stop screen share instead of dropping the link. I agree, Little Red, me too. I wouldn't be donating either. I'm sure there is a legitimate way that people can help if they want to. Okay, so back to share screen. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Let's look and see what the very latest is before we go. Hey, Aries. Investigators are reviewing extensive surveillance footage from various locations linked to the murder of Savanah Soto and her boyfriend. A San Antonio Police Department unveiled a video featuring two individuals of interest in a dark-colored pickup truck. If you can identify either, call 911. How has no one identified that? I just can't. Surely somebody sees that and knows who that is, right? This big old guy in that big truck. I don't know. Jennifer Coffindaffer says, the circle of people Savanah and Mathew were in is very dangerous. I won't be posting tip calls or other videos not released by law enforcement. I don't want to be a part of getting anyone else killed and suggest others posting tips stop. Voices can be recognized and snitches are dealt with harshly. This is from Jennifer Coffindaffer. Many of you guys know her. She's retired FBI. but she does a lot of news shows and stuff like that, commentating on true crime stuff. Just want to see what she says. The medical examiner has confirmed that both Savanah and Mathew were shot in the head. Mathew, we know, had the muzzle of the gun pressed against his head. It was also confirmed by law enforcement that Mathew and Savanah were killed before they met with the people in the video that was released to the public. Wow, we now have confirmation. Let's look at this article she shared. Persons of interest identified. What? Oh, wait. Okay, let's see. We're learning new information on the capital murder case of pregnant 18-year-old Savanah Soto and her 22-year-old boyfriend, Mathew Guerra. The couple was found dead with gunshot wounds in their car at a Northwest Side apartment complex on Tuesday. The medical examiner has ruled both deaths as homicides. Clearly, it was a heinous act. It was unspeakable, the tragedy of it, said San Antonio police chief. Police provided an update Thursday along with new surveillance video showing persons of interest. Police are asking for your help to find 2 people who they say could have something to do with it. Surveillance video already showed what investigators believe happened after the young couple was killed elsewhere. Detectives believe Savanah and Mathew were already dead when the video was taken. Police think the 2 people seen in the footage wiped the car down to get rid of fingerprints before ditching it with Savanah and Mathew's bodies inside. Detectives are also combing through social media and cell phone records to determine the last communication with the victims. The relationship between the persons of interest and victims is still unclear. DA Joe Gonzalez, he's Bexar County DA, said when the people responsible are captured, the nature of the crime can result in additional charges because of the couple's unborn son, Fabian. So they're going to charge for the baby as well. Under Texas law, that qualifies an unborn child during any period of gestation is a person under the Texas Penal Code for consideration whether or not to calculate for more than one person. We're going to do everything humanly possible to hold this individual responsible. So why does it say the people are identified? Persons of interest identified. We're learning. I missed it. They want someone to identify them. That is new information to me that they believe. Surveillance video already showed what investigators believe happened after the young couple was killed elsewhere. That's big. Detectives believe Savanah and Mathew were already deceased when the video was taken. Police believe the 2 people seen in the footage wiped the car down to get rid of fingerprints before ditching it with their bodies inside. Let me check on you guys. Yeah, it does, Ashley. Any court worth its salt will classify the baby as a victim. They could be in Mexico by now. You ain't wrong about that. There were 2 people in the truck. A passenger tossed the towel over to the driver. I think Pew Pew was wrapped in the towel to put in the truck. Or is that why they think they wiped down the car? Because they can see that video a little better than us. And it was a towel, and that's what they were doing. This is News 4 San Antonio. It's an NBC affiliate, News 4 SA. We're going to go back to Twitter, though. Let's see what other new updates we can find. We'll go to the latest. Usually that's a good way to find out exactly what's coming out right now. Eli says, my little brother Mathew Guerra was shot and killed alongside his pregnant girlfriend, Savanah. Here is the GoFundMe. Okay, we're not going to go to that. Just because right now there's so many GoFundMes and stuff, I just cannot even. I shared them at first, but without knowing that they're legit, I don't want to do that. Ooh, look here. The mob crew. Shocking clues discovered in the footage. Driver of Chevy seen using towel to wipe fingerprints off the Kia door that he handled moments before. Wow. See? And then that article, police said that they believe that that is kind of interesting. Let me see if we can see what this is.
We want to go out to San Antonio, Texas next, where we're getting new information from police after a pregnant teen who had been missing since Friday was found dead on Tuesday in San Antonio, along with her boyfriend. Family confirming that 18-year-old Savanah Soto and her boyfriend were found dead in a car at some medical apartments located in San Antonio. Soto was 9 months pregnant and a week past her due date, according to her family. Now we're hearing from San Antonio police as they put this out on X earlier
Oh, here we
today,
go.
saying that anyone with information on this dark-colored pickup truck with a bed cover
Oh,
or
okay.
the 2 persons of interest seen in this video is encouraged to contact authorities. You can also remain anonymous.
What's up, Mob Crew?
Okay,
I'm
so they're just showing the news before their video.
Chris. In
Let's
today's short
forward
video,
through
we're
and see
going.
if we
We
can.
noticed some interesting clues right off the beginning. The cars both approaching from different angles. The Kia coming around the corner, turns off their lights. Both
I
vehicles
wish I could
seem
zoom,
to
but
have their headlights
I can't
off
see
after.
anything in this footage, you
And
guys.
as they approach each other, you'll notice the driver of the Kia, opens up their door way before they even stop. You'll see it's open right there. Even play it back a little bit. And then the driver of the Chevy Silverado comes out. It appears that it is kind of a heavy-set person. It appears that they are kind of shorter than the average male.
I just want to see what this person takes from the video. Let's put closed caption on and listen together
And
for
we'll
a moment.
notice that the driver comes in contact with the actual Kia door and actually opens it up with his left hand. Some more, which will become important here in just a minute, but we see here as it replays a couple of times that he comes in contact with the driver door, opens it up the rest of the way, appears to have some kind of conversation with the driver of the Kia.
I'm going to drop the link to this video in
And
the
then
chat
shortly
now.
after this is when we learn that there is a passenger in the Chevy Silverado. Due to this right here, we see somebody move a towel, what appears to be a towel. We don't know for 100%, but it looks like a towel that's getting tossed over. Driver grabs it, and we notice he handles the driver's Kia door and actually kind of closes it and wipes it down. He's actually
I totally do see that.
to probably get rid of his fingerprints and whatever.
I guess I need somebody to point these things out to me. My vision is bad, but let's rewind that just a little bit. Because you see a towel or something being handed to him out of the truck. Had y'all seen that before?
A little bit. And then the driver of the Chevy Silverado comes out. It appears that it is kind of a heavy-set person. It appears that they are kind of shorter than the average male. And we'll notice that the driver comes in contact with the actual Kia door and actually opens it
I
up
hadn't seen
with his
Duty
left
Ron's yet, you
hand.
guys.
Some more, which will become important here in just a minute, but we see here as it replays a couple of times that he comes in contact with the driver door, opens it up the rest of the way, appears to have some kind of conversation with the driver of the Kia. And then shortly after this is when we learn that there is a passenger in the Chevy Silverado. Due to this right here, we see somebody move a towel, what appears to be a towel.
I definitely see that.
We don't know
Mystic
for
says the
100%,
best
but it
review
looks
is
like a
from
towel
Gray
that's getting
Hughes.
tossed over. Driver grabs
So
it,
this
and we
is
know.
Mob Crew. Don't know who this is. Drop the link in the chat. You guys check them out if you're interested. If you're on the replay, grab it out of the live chat. I've never watched that channel before, but I do appreciate that because I could not see anything. And now I do see that little, what appears to be a towel. Gray Hughes always does a really excellent job at reviewing footage and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised, Mystic, and I will definitely check that out. He's good, Alex. Oh, okay. I see that now for sure. I do too. But I think they're wiping off fingerprints. That makes sense. That's just my guess and assumption, and I could be totally wrong, but
Notice he handles the driver's Kia door and actually kind of closes it and wipes it down. He's actually using this towel to probably get rid of his fingerprints and whatever, because he had just
wow, you have way
handled it a
better eyes
second
than
later,
me.
or a few seconds before. So kind of interesting that they're cautious of leaving fingerprints. Then we see the driver of the Kia get out, and here's a couple of.
I'm going to let him walk me through this because I had not seen it. I'm going to drop the link one more time. We're just about done for today, you guys, but I do want to finish just checking the latest before we go.
A couple of shots at different angles, and it appears that it could be a
You're
female
spreading
with a
unconfirmed
ponytail. That's what
rumors.
somebody noticed. And I kind of agree. It does kind of look like somebody with possibly a ponytail, a female driver, but we don't know for sure. Then it looks like the truck, the guy with the truck, then now throws the towel back in his truck.
Oh, I saw that.
And once again, it appears he is shorter than the average male. We see him climb back up into the truck, and then they leave. But it's quite interesting.
That is very interesting. So yeah, that's cool. Okay, just let's continue to look just for a second at the latest. Make sure we do not miss anything. Oh, Jen P, I know. That's why I say like it's so important, because people will go on and tell the next person, and it just gets worse and worse. Like that's human nature. So I wonder if this camera caught audio. It is so interesting, Tess. I would guarantee they have much better footage, but then again, I don't know, because you would think they would put that out, but certainly there's probably other traffic cameras and cameras from stores and stuff like that. But let's just try to not fuss about it. We can disagree. We don't have to all think the same. We just want to be really careful about not spreading rumors or misinformation as fact. And, you know, there's a lot of it going on right now out there. So let's not get mad at each other and stuff. You guys are all wonderful, truly. Duty Ron, whoever was driving the Kia during the meetup with the truck got out of the car and stood behind the man and got back in. It appears to be a woman was watching Duty Ron when he slowed it down. Okay, we'll end with it.
At least I think it's a
Ron said
female is out of the car right now.
Yeah.
That's
Person gets
I
out.
hadn't seen it yet. Also, I will share the link to this post in the chat right now.
Now, when he got out of the car, he had nothing in his hands.
Yeah. So the female, at least I think it's a female, is out of the car right now.
Yeah.
Hit the control and plus. Wait, control plus to zoom. Okay. So I'm just going to let this play, and then I'll try that. So he goes back and grabs that white towel or white rag or whatever that white.
Yeah. Now he's closing the door and wiping the door.
Right. So you could see that rag.
Yeah.
Right here.
He pulled the rag out. Yeah.
It's there. He doesn't have it yet. He's talking, and the person is outside of the car. Here, you see right here.
And he's looking in the car. He's leaning into the car.
Yeah, there's the second head right there. I have this on slow, so. Now he goes and grabs this white thing here. And somebody might have thrown that to him. There might have been somebody
in there.
Yeah, in that Silverado. Because you see how that thing moves towards him? Look, right there.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody's throwing that to him. There's somebody else in that truck.
Boom. Oh, yeah. That's 100%. And if anybody caught that, I think I saw somebody in the chat saying that too earlier. That's a good one.
Now he's wiping the door down as he closed it, and the person is getting it back in the car.
Wow. So they saw that too. That is really interesting. Wow. I don't know. I'm going to be down the rabbit hole for a while, you guys. And I think you guys will probably be there too. Hey, Elbergs. All right. Hey, Punksy. Hey, Black Bear. Oh, thanks. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, you guys. So let me take this off. Okay. So I think we're going to leave it there. Like I said, I will be down in this rabbit hole. I'll probably see some of you guys down there, and I'll be continuing to grab information while I'm there. So I think Duty Ron does a great job. I really do. But yeah, I don't know. There's just so much. Do you want me to mod again? I'm working and listening, but finish now. Oh, thanks, babe. Well, right now we're done. But yeah, I just do appreciate you guys so much. And I know that these things can be like topics that are really tough to handle and can cause emotions in all of us. And depending on what you've gone through in your own life, I learned that recently because I had a loss in my family, and true crime was just different to me after that. It triggers things inside of us that, there's a lot of emotions and stuff that go around with this. So just remember to be kind to each other. Just because somebody disagrees, that's not a reason to, fuss and fight and all of that. I really do appreciate you guys. I think this is the best chat on the tube. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, David. I appreciate that so much. I really want to make sure to always do that. So hello, Leonard Amber. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Drunker Rock. Okay. Thank you, Tess. All right, you guys. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great night. I can't believe tomorrow is New Year's. We'll do something over here for sure, but the year flew by, and it's kind of unbelievable that it's going to be 2024. Every time, like I've always felt like that ever since I was a kid. Like when the next year comes, I'm like, this is weird. But so I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. I'll post anything that I find that comes out, think is relevant or might be interesting to you guys. I'm going to go eat dinner. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. I really do love and appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you soon. Also, if you need to contact me or anything like that, you can look on that banner at the bottom of the screen. That's my email address. Also, a Facebook Messenger account where you can easily reach me, and I'm always on there. Someone said Gloria has commented on this. Does anyone know? I don't know, babe. I don't know what you mean. But all right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.